Welcome to the February 6th, 2017 meeting of the Shawnee County Board of Commissioners. My name is Bob Archer. I currently serve as chair of the commission and represent District 3 alongside Commissioner Shelley Bueller, who represents District 1, and Commissioner Kevin Cook, who represents District 2. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
First item, please.
Item 3, consent agenda.
Questions or comments on the consent agenda?
Have none. Move approval.
Second.
Motion made to approve the consent agenda by Commissioner Bueller, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business. A, county clerk. Number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Mr. Chairman, this morning we have vouchers that total $1,207,305.49. Some of the highlights out of the voucher report are payments to the court for renovations to the courtrooms, Department of Corrections with the Horizon Health, holding accounts with the state of Kansas, health insurance payments, Parks and Rec with the payment for landscaping, and then the Willis workers' compensation. We also had that last week. And I have no questions. I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion made to approve the vouchers by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Number 2, there are no correction orders.
Next item, please.
Item B, community corrections. Number 1, consider approval of request to fill a vacant office manager 2 position at a salary including benefits of $55,809.46.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rebecca Cartmill with Community Corrections. Our office manager, too, has resigned and gone back to the clerk's office, and so we desperately need to replace her.
Questions or comments for Rebecca?
No.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Archer, seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. Opposed no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebecca. Next item, please.
Item C, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider approval of request to award the bid to Crystal Lake Fisheries for the purchase of trout to stock Lake Shawnee in the spring and fall of 2017, 2018, and 2019 at a cost of $3.38 a pound, with 7,000 pounds to be released in the spring and 7,000 pounds to be released in the fall for the 3 years, and authorization and execution of contract C 42, 2017 for same.
Excuse me. Good morning, Commissioners. John Knight, Parks and Recreation. This is our bid for our rainbow trout, or our trout program that we hold at Lake Shawnee. It started at Lake Shawnee back in the 70s. The state fisheries have adopted the similar type program, but this is a 3-year bid for the trout. Be happy to answer any other questions you may have. The actual purchase of the trout is reimbursed by the state of Kansas, who purchased our fishing license rights from us.
I have no questions. I would move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Cook and seconded by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. Opposed no. Motion carries 3-0. Next item,
Thank you,
please.
Commissioners.
Thank you, John.
Item D, Information Technology. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C 43, 2017 with Optiv for annual firewall maintenance, software upgrades, and phone support at a cost of $50,628.52.
Good morning, Commissioners. Pat Oblander with the Information Technology Department. This item is for the annual renewal of our firewalls that are scattered throughout the county and provide our first line of defense against the outside world for the bad guys trying to get in and do us damage. Just for giggles, this morning I took a look at the counter as it was logging denied requests, and it was popping along at about 2 per second. So that's the frequency with which our defenses are being tested, and that's the slow time. Typically, it's quite a bit higher as the day goes by. So they're doing their job, and they're doing it continuously. So I think I'd like to have the maintenance renewed if it's at all possible.
Okay. Does anyone have the courage to ask questions about this IT firewall?
Definitely needed. I'll move approval of the
Okay.
contract.
Second.
Motion made to approve by Commissioner Bueller, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed no. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you,
Pat.
Commissioners.
Next item, please.
Item 5, Administrative Communications. Number 1, report on plans for Project Topeka kickoff.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections, and the publicity guy for Project Topeka this year. I guess they said I like to talk. We are this year very excited to announce that we are kicking off today officially the Shawnee County Project Topeka campaign. I'll be working alongside a great number of people here that I'll mention here in a minute. But one of the things that I want to mention real quick is that since 1986, Project Topeka has been helping Shawnee County fight hunger, and this is our 31st year to be able to help that battle and helping to be able to fill those 7 food pantries in Shawnee County that it desperately needed to help our families and children in this community that go hungry. And I just recently attended a meeting, and it troubles me when that you hear stuff that almost 80% of some kids that are in some of our school districts are in either getting free meals or a reduced plan because they cannot afford to feed kids, and that kids are going hungry in our community. And it is just difficult to see. And so this is a very big campaign for us. Last year in 2016, Shawnee County had a total of donations of almost $10,300, which was tremendous, and almost over 18,000 pounds of food, which is great. And a lot of the different departments do a lot of different things. This year, the 2017 campaign team, Jane Rezak here with the Commission Office, Kimberly Phillips with Commission Office, myself with the Department of Corrections, Janet Morrissey with Public Works, Stacy Wonder with Parks and Rec, and Stephanie Coleman with IT. We're challenging all the departments to come up with campaigns, ways to donate money, to set up special events, to be able to raise money or to provide food that we can get to our food banks. We're going to look at having a great deal of events throughout the departments, an online auction, and I also want to let everybody know you're going to start getting some emails, all the agencies, regarding different things. One of them is the ever so popular food sculpture event that Quentin Unruh with the health agency or health department is going to be leading, which is always fun, that we're going to be looking at the department events, the online auction. We're asking today that each department head or elected official designate somebody in their office or agency or department to be the lead contact. You're going to start getting some emails ASAP. If you need help with any posters or events or things like that, get a hold of Stephanie in IT. She can help you with that. She does a wonderful job. We're going to need items of new or like new handcrafted items. Reach out to businesses, gift cards, gift certificates, things like that. We're going to start accepting, and we need all of the online auction stuff by February 24th. That Stephanie will be working on the interweb for the events under the events and promotions section to get us all the updated flyers and what's going on. I'll be coming back weekly to bring up different updates. The online auction will start March 6th and will go through Friday, and everything will be done by noon. And we're just asking everybody to dig deep and to reach and to help our community. And the one thing that I love about this campaign is that all the items that come in stay in this community, these 7 food banks, which is tremendous. And I've toured these 7 food banks, one at different times, and they are used and they're needed. So we're very excited. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to get a hold of Kimberly or myself or anybody on the team. And if anybody needs any information, we'll get it on the website under events and promotions. So with that said, I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
I don't have any questions.
Well, I will say this. Now, remember, I got a drone this year. And we saw the thing that happened last night with the Super Bowl. They had all the drones in the sky. So now we're going to do something. I've got John Knight, who's going to jump off the top of the courthouse, and we'll see what we can do there. So we're going to have all kinds of stuff. I'll have a sign.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. He does like to talk, doesn't he? Excuse me. What I wanted to report was last Thursday, the Kansas Recreation and Park Association had their annual awards banquet. Shawnee County Parks and Recreation fared very well. We received a Blue Chip Award from the Blue Cross and Blue Shield here of Kansas. They would like to come over here to a county commission meeting here in the next few weeks and present that more formally here at the commission office. But we also received a Distinguished Public Service Service Award for our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. Don McWilliams came down with me to Manhattan and received that award. I thought that was a great honor, not just because of Parks and Recreation, but the Boys and Girls Club do a terrific job here in Topeka and Shawnee County. We also received the Distinguished Elected Official Award, which Commissioner Bueller came down and got. And so since the other two of you weren't there, I would just kind of like to say that she was very humble, didn't take all the credit herself. In fact, she recommended or recognized that it was previous commissions and the existing commission that has helped her receive that award. But it was a great honor for all the work that she has done over the many years. We also received the Distinguished Professional Award. I know, distinguished and professional with Randy Luby. I'm not quite sure how all that goes together, but no, for his nearly 30 years of work with in the Parks and Recreation field was a well-deserving award. We also had another award that was presented to us, but there was a little mix-up with the awards, and the KRPA Executive Director Erica DeVore would like to come over here and present Darren Tolan with the Sports Award too, since there was a mix-up down there at the conference. Be happy to answer any other questions. I thought we did really well, and congratulations to all the winners, and thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh, I guess while I'm here, I'd also like to, if you didn't read the Sunday paper, there was a great story on Lake Shawnee and in the history of Lake Shawnee and why Expedia chose Lake Shawnee as a must-see location if you're traveling through Kansas. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Commissioners. Justin Gregory, Kansas Expo Center. Brief update on the upcoming events for the Kansas Expo Center. Finished up with the boat show this weekend, had a wonderful turnout. Coming next weekend, actually moving in as we speak, is the garden show. Hours on Friday are 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. And Friday night is a seniors special, buy one, get one for senior citizens on Friday evening. Also, would like to announce that going on sale today in our box office are tickets for Capital City Carnage, which is our spring indoor demo derby, and the NAIA college wrestling tournament. So those two events are on sale, along with tickets to the circus, Sesame Street Live, and of course Equifest. And I personally would like to offer Brian and John the catwalk at the Expo Center, so you guys can practice your jump before you actually go out in public. So be happy to answer any questions.
You may want to make sure that that's reinforced before you have John and Brian. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. Other administrative communications. Matt, I would ask, we've got a JADO meeting on Wednesday night, and I'd ask Matt to give us just a quick preview of what we're going to be talking about.
Well, first, let's back up. And Commissioner Archer mentioned earlier that I was young, so I texted my 23-year-old son and said, Commissioner Archer, the chair of the county commission, just said that I was young. And he asked me if I watched the Super Bowl last night, and I said yes. And he said, did you notice that how many times they said Tom Brady was old? And I said yes. And he said, you're 11 years older than Tom Brady. So I wanted to bring that up again and just remind everybody that I'm young, even though my 23-year-old doesn't agree. I do want to mention that I just came from a meeting with our state delegation, Shawnee County representatives, and they have a big task ahead of them, and really just bring that up. Everybody within earshot, I think that our state delegation definitely needs our prayers this year. I also want to recognize Jackie Steele, who's in the audience. Jackie's new to Shawnee County, and she came to us from on the other side of the state, and she's just been such a great addition to our team. She came to Shawnee County as Jackie Carlson. Her name is now Jackie Steele, but her economic development background and experience has really been a boon to Shawnee County and to Topeka for us. So Commissioner Archer mentioned we have a JADO meeting on Wednesday night. You would think, we just met in December, that we wouldn't have a heavy schedule, but we actually have an extremely heavy agenda and schedule. A couple of things that we're going to be talking about. One is 49th Street. We've been really batting 49th Street around for a long time. And right now, I think it's time, I personally feel like it's time for us to finish that street for a lot of reasons, but mainly because our activity has just skyrocketed out there. And when we show that property, it would be really good for us to be able to show pad-ready property. Also, it benefits a lot of the organizations that are already out there, Beanbo Bakery, Frito-Lay, Home Depot, so we will be talking about that. I also, we're going to give a report on the progress we're making on the holistic economic development strategy that you've heard a lot about, and Keith Warda, one of our tri-chairs, is going to be giving us an update on where we are with that strategy. And then I expect a pretty robust conversation on East Topeka Learning Center, and we're looking forward to that discussion as well. And but one thing I do want to mention, and we'll bring this up at the JDO meeting, but our economic development activity, it's almost like after the holidays, somebody opened the floodgates, and it's just amazing. And I'll give you an example. Last Monday, we received a call, and the call was, we are looking at Topeka and Shawnee County for a major economic development project, and we will be there Thursday. So we received the call Monday, and we will be there Thursday. When they arrived on Thursday, we found out we were one of 7 communities, so we were already on the short list. Okay? They started with over 150 communities, and by the time we received the call, they were on Monday, they were coming on Thursday. When we asked how they did their research, they did their research through site location consultants that we communicate with on a regular basis. We actually communicate with about 3,000 site location consultants and corporate real estate executives. They also used our website. And again, before we ever knew that we were in the hunt for this project, from 150 communities to 7, they called us on Monday, and they were here on Thursday. So I think that just gives an example of why we have to continue to market our community, because we really never know quite who's looking at us. The other thing that I want to just mention very quickly is I want to thank Commissioner Bueller. She and I and a few others are going to go over to the Kansas City area on Friday and just try to learn as much as we possibly can about broadband. And so we're going to have sort of a whirlwind day. And so I appreciate her taking the time out to do that. And then finally, congratulations to John Knight, his team, on the recognition that we received for Lake Shawnee. That was pretty exciting. And so hopefully everybody needs to post that, tweet it, or put it on Facebook. It's important that we step out there and show our community pride when we receive good news like that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Any questions for Matt while he's here? Okay. Anyone else for administrative communications this morning? Commissioner Bueller?
I don't have anything.
Congratulations to Commissioner Bueller on your award, and well-deserved.
Thank you.
Also, it's very relevant that we have the recognition of the Washburn University East campus on Wednesdays. Today is the 152nd anniversary celebration of the university. So it continues to invigorate, it continues to become a part of our community, and it's very critical at this point for us to support the Washburn East program and all that it can do for our community. And I look forward to that discussion on Wednesday.
Definitely.
Thank you, Mr.
Absolutely.
Chairman.
And we do have some excellent grads from Washburn University here, actually in this commission. Well, we talked about the JDO meeting Wednesday night. I encourage the public to attend or watch it on City 4 TV. It's very important. It's your tax dollars that we're talking about. It's very important. And again, I appreciate the Capital Journal spread on Lake Shawnee. It was well done, and I agree that when we have a positive story, we need to get that story out. I think that the Chamber is starting an ambassador program on social media that I also saw in the paper, and I think that's an outstanding medium to get our message out. So, thank you. Next item, please.
Executive sessions.
There is a need for an executive session to discuss non-elected personnel for a period not to exceed 15 minutes, and that is a motion.
I'll second, and can we add consultation with legal counsel?
Yes. So moved and seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries 3-0. We're in executive session. Oh, yeah. We are back in session, no action required, and we are adjourned.